Here, at Life Level Ups, we like to give you resources on how you can make your life better. But most of the time, improving your life comes with a cost that most people aren't willing to pay. There are sacrifices, so to speak. So, is leveling up your life really worth it? There's a dark side to the CDL world. And in this video, we will be uncovering the multiple factors that can turn this career into a dark place to be.
So, welcome to the dark side.
It's a dark and stormy night. You've been driving for hours without any sleep. The driving conditions are terrible, but you don't want to stop. Your cargo needs to be delivered by tonight. You feel your eyes getting heavy and your truck starts to drift off the road. Suddenly, you realize this and you pull yourself together. That was a close one. Next time, you might not be so lucky. What you just experienced is a common combination of two factors that many CDL drivers have or will face in their career: fatigue and inclement weather. Let's start with fatigue. Though CDL drivers are subject to federal hours of service regulations, fatigue is always waiting for you around the corner. Why? Well, let's get into the amount of hours you may have to drive. If you're a long-haul driver, aka an over-the-road driver, there's a good chance you'll be driving for up to 11 hours per day and up to 70 hours in a 7-day period. And let's say you find yourself working as a regional driver. You may work up to 14 hours per day, which could include driving and non-driving tasks. And if you choose to be a local driver, though you may return home every day, you still might find yourself working long hours, including early mornings, late nights, and weekends. Local drivers may work up to 14 hours per day and up to 70 hours in a 7-day period. These factors are the obvious reasons why some drivers experience fatigue. But let's talk about the not-so-obvious ones, like the irregular work schedules drivers have to deal with. CDL drivers may work irregular schedules, like driving at night, which can make it difficult to establish and maintain a regular sleep routine. Then there's the fact that CDL drivers may have to sleep in noisy environments, such as rest areas or truck stops, which can disrupt their sleep. You might also have to sleep in your truck, which may not be as comfortable as you'd like. Also, poor sleep hygiene. CDL drivers may engage in poor sleep habits, such as consuming caffeine or nicotine before bed or using electronics before sleep, which makes it harder to fall asleep. Another aspect that contributes to driver fatigue are the dietary habits most drivers have, which is often due to the lack of access to healthy food options and exercise. If a driver is in a hurry but needs something fast to eat while they are driving, they will often buy snacks and fast foods that aren't good for them. Some of these snacks are packed with sugar. Though the driver may feel a nice boost of energy after eating the snack, after the sugar high wears off, your energy may crash, which can leave you feeling more tired than you were. And lastly, let's not forget stress and anxiety. CDL drivers may experience stress and anxiety related to their work, which can affect their ability to fall asleep and stay asleep. Okay, let's get into the weather component of driving, which is an animal in itself. CDL drivers are often placed in very stressful situations. You are driving large, heavy vehicles on busy highways and roads. You will have to deal with traffic, tight delivery schedules, demanding customers, and the pressure to meet performance targets. You have to also keep in mind the risk of accidents, injuries, or fatalities due to various factors, poor road conditions, and other drivers' mistakes. This is a high-stress work environment indeed, which can take a toll on your mental health and well-being. Now, let's add bad weather into the mix. Here is what you're up against if you ever find yourself driving in bad weather as a CDL driver. Some of the obvious conditions may be limited visibility, reduced traction, and increased stopping distance. Some of the not-so-obvious weather challenges may be wind gusts. High winds can cause instability for CDL vehicles, particularly if they are hauling a high-profile load. CDL drivers need to be aware of wind gusts and adjust their driving accordingly. And load shifts. Bad weather conditions can cause a load to shift in a CDL vehicle, which can affect handling and stability. CDL drivers need to be aware of the weight distribution of their load and adjust their driving accordingly. Because bad weather can increase the risk of accidents and collisions. Driving in inclement weather can be physically and mentally exhausting, as CDL drivers need to stay alert and focused in challenging conditions. This can further increase fatigue and stress, leading to reduced performance and increased risk of accidents. With all that being said, we've only scratched the surface of the challenges that you may encounter. Okay,
Let's get darker.
being a CDL driver can get very monotonous at times. Driving for long hours on monotonous routes can be mentally exhausting and lead to feelings of boredom and disengagement. It can also get very lonely. Truck driving for the most part is a solitary job. Drivers may spend days or even weeks away from their families and friends, which can lead to feelings of isolation and loneliness. Just how long? You ask. Well, long-haul drivers may spend weeks or even months away from home, while regional drivers may spend several days away from home at a time, as they typically cover smaller geographic areas. And then there are the local drivers, who generally operate within a limited geographic area and return home each day. However, they may still work long hours.
Hey,
Babe, where are you? The girls miss you. I miss you. I thought you said you were coming home today.
I know. I got pulled into making another trip. Hey, it's more money for us.
We love you more than the money you make. You know Kaylee has her first game tomorrow, right?
Damn. I'm sorry. I'll make it up to her, I promise. Baby, I gotta go. I'm pulling in and need to unload the truck. I love you.
Yeah? Love you too.
This is a common scenario among CDL drivers. Are you sure you want to put your family through this? Missing holidays, birthdays, and other important events. Also, we forgot to mention, because of these compounding factors, long hours, spending long periods of time away from family and friends, the pressures of the job, a stressful work environment, loneliness, and anxiety. It is easy to get burnt out. But more importantly, these factors may cause some drivers to turn to drugs, alcohol, or both. Here are some resources if you or someone you might know is a CDL driver who is struggling with substance abuse issues. Pause the video to write these resources down. Struggling with substance abuse is a serious and dark place to be. But we can get darker. How dark?
Very.
So, let's talk about human trafficking. According to the U.S. State Department's annual Trafficking in Persons Tip Report, an estimated 25 million people around the world are victims of human trafficking, with approximately 1 in 4 being children. And what about drugs? According to the United Nations World Drug Report 2021, approximately 90% of the world's opium, 70% of cocaine, and 50% of cannabis are produced in the Americas region, including South and Central America, with a significant portion of these drugs being trafficked to the United States. And last but not least, there are firearms. According to the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives ADF, there are an estimated 393 million firearms in circulation in the United States, and a significant number of these firearms are obtained illegally. You would have to be a fool to think the transportation industry, in particular, the CDL world, isn't connected to these underworld industries in some way, shape, or form. Drivers have first-hand knowledge of the roads they travel, spots where there is a heavy police presence, and roads that police rarely travel. Their trucks, especially 18-wheelers, have the capacity to transport almost anything and possibly go undetected. They are just like any other truck on the road. right?
So, you're not answering my calls.
No, of course not. I dropped my phone and it broke. Look,
I have another job for you. Drop off my goods on your way to Miami. It'll put an extra $12,000 in your pocket. Buy your wife something nice.
I appreciate the offer. I can't do it. I mean, I might know another driver who might be cool with taking my place.
No, it has to be you. My guys know you. My guys like you. It'll be quick and easy like it always is.
I heard crying and screaming last time.
It's not that kind of cargo this time. Here's some money to fix your phone. I'll be calling you tomorrow. Answer.
Like in the conversation we just heard, some drivers are bribed, coerced, or even threatened, while other drivers are willing participants. No matter how these illegal activities get underway, there is no denying the money that these activities generate helps to keep this underworld culture thriving. We tip our cap to and appreciate all the CDL drivers out there who do their jobs safely and do their jobs with morality in spite of so many challenges and temptations. We thank you. The CDL life isn't for everybody. So, are you mentally tough enough to handle all these factors that come with life as a CDL driver? Let us know in the comment section. Please like, share, and subscribe if this video was helpful to you or someone you may know. Thanks for watching.